Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my show. This is Saturday night. Ain't doing too much. So I decided to do a live stream, especially on two shows that I saw earlier this week. Those shows being Black Lightning and also The Flash. Like I said, I'm not going to be in here too long. It depends on the feedback I get, any questions. But before I get started into my show, let me bring up my energy. So I want to make sure I be energetic for you people. Thank you again for 1-2 comment talk. I appreciate it. 1-2 comment talk. Thank you for joining me, sir. I appreciate it. Before I get into the conversation I was talking about, of course, we're going to be covering Black Lightning and The Flash. I just want to do the same things I always do. If this is your first time viewing my channel, I'm going to ask you to please hit the subscribe button. I need all your subscriberships. My goal is to reach 1,500 subscribers by June, the third week in June, which is Father's Day. That is my goal, to reach 1,500. Right now, I think I'm currently at 1,130, but I know I can get there. I can get there with your help. So please, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you have subscribed, then please share the link. Any and all people are coming welcome to have a conversation about comic books, comic book movies, things of that nature. That's what I do here on this channel. Second thing I want you to do is please hit the notification bell, because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload in upcoming shows. I hope that the material that I bring to you is something that you're interested in. It can spark a conversation. That's my intent. That's what I try to do. Third, I want to ask you to please give me a thumbs up. I want to ask you to please leave a comment. Any comments that you leave, I will respond to. I check my comments daily. I try to respond to each and every person that sends the comments, take the time out of their busy schedule to write me something. I try to write them back something. I'm not going to be on too long, but that's going to also greatly dictate to if I receive any questions, anybody seem interested in this comment, in this chat. But I want to talk about today was Flash. Flash is one of my favorite shows on the CW. I love it. I watch all the seasons, and I like all the speeches they have on there. I followed every season religiously. I don't know why here where I live at that CW doesn't show any comic book hero television shows. So I have to watch usually a day late on the CW app, which I have on my iPad, and I usually try to catch it. Either I'll stay up to 12 o'clock that night, so whenever it downloads on the app, I can watch it, or I'll watch it the next day. So usually I'm running probably about 4 hours to 24 hours behind actual viewing. I don't watch it because, like I said, I don't know why the CW here where I live at does not show any superhero shows, but they took it off. I don't know why. I've been trying to find out. Have not received the answer yet, as of yet. But The Flash, this episode was named Grodd Friended Me. Grodd, we all know is the Flash's. It was something to enjoy. As we all know, Grodd is one of Flash's mortal enemies. Last season, on the season that they met, they fought almost to the death. He was in Gorilla City, and Flash challenged him. Grodd challenged him to a fight to the death. Wanted to take over the Gorilla City. Was able to defeat the current king of the gorillas, and brought all his gorillas here to Central City, where Flash and the team was able to finally beat them. But they put some kind of mental inhibitor chip on Grodd and put him in one of the facilities where his mind was kind of he couldn't use his telepathic powers, and his mind was just kind of in limbo. Well, of course, Crisis happened, but Grodd was able to tell what was going on in Crisis. Was he wasn't able to actually interact or anything. He was able to tell that Crisis was going on. So anyway, in this episode, Barry is kind of feeling out of sorts because this is Crisis. He wants things to kind of stay the same, but things a little bit different. The team is different. When he's trying to find it, first of all, he's trying to find his parents' gravesite because after Crisis, things are moved, things are changed. He said he ran all over the city, had not been able to find where his parents are buried at. So first of all, that's what's bugging him. Second thing, as you watch this episode, Iris is going into the mirror world some kind of way. They don't know that yet. And her doppelganger is out in the real world. Still don't know what's going on with that. Don't know if that's going to be who the villain is. I think she's a sub-villain. Don't know if it's going to be Mirror Master or his daughter or something. I don't know. Still hadn't give us a direction on that yet. But anyway, also Harrison, his doppelganger is his daughter from the other multiverse. And he's trying to get her to help him do something to try to find some kind of particles or something. And all that's going on. At the same time, there's another Harrison who we find out now is Eobard Thorne. And like he's taking the form of one of the Harrisons. And at the end of the episode, he kind of said he's coming. So it leads us to believe that Eobard Thorne, which is the Reverse Flash, is going to come somewhere in this season again and wreak some kind of havoc. Get back to the episode. The Flash is trying to find out all the changes that's happened in this universe since Crisis. So he's building some kind of device he can put in his ear that has direct contact with their computer. And there's another guy that's trying to help him. That's really, he just worships Flash, thinks Flash is the greatest. But Barry really doesn't know who he is, doesn't have his trust yet. So it kind of tells him, kind of gives him the cold shoulder and say, look, not part of the team. You're not supposed to be doing this. Don't touch this. So kind of leave. So the Flash is making the necessary adjustments. After he kind of hurt the guy's feelings, the Flash is still making the necessary adjustments on this device that he's going to put in his ear to help him try and see what the new changes are. As he's asking the computer what the new changes are, the computer tells him it's been over 3 billion changes since Crisis. That kind of blows his mind. So he makes some more adjustments to the little device, puts it in his ear. When he puts it in his ear, it kind of shocks him and knocks him out. When he wakes up, he's inside of a cage somewhere else, and he sees Caitlin. He's talking to Caitlin and saying, look, something happened, this, that, and the other. Let me out. But she won't let him out. And she's talking to him like he's retarded or something. And then Wells walks in. Harrison Wells walks in. And they're talking to him and like, he said, what's going on? So he started looking at stuff and listening to stuff. And he figured out that he's in the mindscape. The mindscape is something like when you're into another person's mind. He finds out that he's in Grodd's mind. So whenever that thing hit his ear, it sparked some kind of electricity, and that burst of electricity kind of short circuit the barrier, the mind barrier, I guess you want to call it. And Grodd was able to transport Barry's mind into his body. And Grodd was trying to get Barry's help, or the Flash's help, to get him out of that mindscape because there's another gorilla that's kind of the gatekeeper, and Grodd's not strong enough to beat him. And he's like, look, I know that Crisis happened. I wasn't able to do anything. But since it happened, and since I had time enough to sit here and dwell on all my mistakes, I realized that I was wrong. And I realized that everything I did, I brought upon myself. And that I've changed. I want redemption. I want help. I want you to help me get out of here. Flash ain't buying it at first. So he just, Grodd finally lets him out because he takes the form of Joe, someone that Flash trusts. So when he lets the Flash out the cage, Flash uses his speed and knocks him out. Then he starts running all over the Mindscape world, and he tries to escape, but he's not strong enough to beat the gatekeeper. So he runs back to the lab where Grodd's at, and then Grodd tells him, look, I've changed. I'm trying to gain your trust. I ain't trying to do all that crazy stuff I did in the past. If you don't believe me and this happened, then we're gonna get stuck here because the Mindscape's gonna world is going to collapse and it's going to fall down and destroy. We both be trapped in here and we get destroyed. So finally, Barry believes what Grodd is saying, and they go back to the place, the gateway where the gatekeeper's at, and this time they merge together. So Flash merges and puts his speed and his body into Grodd's body, and when he does that, it forms the Flash sitting on Grodd's body. And Grodd, he tells Grodd, look, you have all my speed and my knowledge on how to use the speed. Let's work together and let's get out of here. Hey, what's up, Gabe? Nice to see you. I'm just going to let you know if you're watching The Flash, this is a full disclosure. I'm telling everything about that particular episode. So if you want to watch it, don't watch this because this is a full spoiler. I'm telling everything about it because it was an awesome episode. So as the Flash is fighting, Flash and Grodd combine now. So like I said, Flash was inside of Grodd's mind in the mindscape. Grodd convinced Flash that he had changed and was no longer evil. And the only way they could get out, they had to combine Grodd's strength and the Flash's speed. So Flash and Grodd combine and they become Flash Grodd. And Grodd has this red lightning bolt on his chest. And he can do everything just like the Flash because he has the Flash knowledge and powers. The Flash is kind of coaching him how to do stuff. The gatekeeper still gets the best of him at first, but then they buckle down. And Barry tells him, look, man, you can do it. Kind of restores his confidence. They fight again, but they find out that if they leave there, that the mindscape through the portal, that when they come through the portal, unless you can yank the two minds apart simultaneously at the same time, at the right particular second, that they'll be dead when they come through the portal. So the guy that first messed up with Flash is given a second chance by Caitlin and say, look, we know you can do it. You're a genius, just whatever. So he goes back in there. He gets his confidence back. He has to save the Flash. So he comes up with some kind of experimental procedure with the computer's help, and they figure something out. And the very second he's able to track both their brain waves, and as they go through the portal, he's able to separate them. And then Grodd is in part of the world he was at in his cage, but his mind inhibitor is blown, and Barry is back in the laboratory. So Barry finally realizes that Grodd was telling the truth, that Grodd had reformed, that Christ has changed a lot of things, a lot of people. And now they're not teammates, whatever, but right now Grodd and Alan aren't enemies anymore at this particular point. Flash forward to show that, like I said earlier, that we believe that Harrison Wells, who is Reverse Flash, and for whatever reason, the Reverse Flash always seems to have the upper hand on Flash, probably because all he does is just find different ways to increase his speed or do new things with his powers. That's probably why he's a step ahead of Flash. But it seems that Orson Welles is going to be coming back in some shape, form, or fashion. We're not sure what. But also, like I said, if you haven't watched The Flash, you need to watch it. Season 6. This is episode 13. Go back to season 6, start and watch it, and just binge watch it. It is good. This was the best episode I've seen past Crisis. So definitely go see it. The name of the episode is Grodd Friended Me. Grodd Friended Me. Also, if you haven't watched Black Lightning, you need to watch that. Black Lightning is awesome. The writing is awesome. The music they use on there, storylines. I like the Thunder and Lightning and Black Lightning, their chemistry. Now, Wayne Brady is on there. He is a villain called Gravedigger. He has psychokinetic powers. He can kind of influence your mind. Martial artist, super strength, super speed, super reflexes. And now he's going up against Black Lightning. So check it out, man. Black Lightning is really doing a lot of good things. They have the best villain, I think, on TV now, in Tobias Whale. He is an albino that has some kind of age-reducing serum in his body. Also enhances his strength, speed. Like I said, slows down his aging, and he's very good in planning stuff. Very tactical, very good fighter. Uh, Martial arts, street fighting, boxing. Reads a lot. He absorbs a lot of information. Psychological warfare is his game. I mean, he can talk. He can get into your head. That's when his diction and the way that he talks um, is along with his superior, not superior, but enhanced strength and speed and stuff makes him very formidable. So you need to watch Black Lightning. Check out Tobias Whale. He's the bad guy. Well, they got several kind of bad guys. Tobias Whale. Then they got Lala. He's kind of like a mid-level gangster, but for some reason they put him in some kind of experiment, and like he can't die. He'll die, but he'll come back. So it's kind of crazy. What's up, D. Scott? What's up, United Thrive? I want to check out Invisible Man, man. I hear a lot of good things about it. I want to check it out. This one seems better than the last one. The last one I saw, I think Kevin Bacon was the Invisible Man. It was kind of more on the scary side. So I was just talking a little bit about Black Lightning last episode, and also if any of you watch Flash, the Flash episode was awesome. The best one since Crisis. It was Grodd friended me. Basically, Grodd and the Flash had to come to reconcile and realize they needed each other to get out of a particular jam it was in. It was trapped in Grodd's mind, and his mind was about to shut down and be destroyed because the machine that was keeping him unconscious was going bad, and he didn't get there before it happened, and both of them would have been stuck inside of Grodd's mind, and both would have died. So he's able to combine Grodd's strength and intellect with his speed, and they're able to get out of that situation. If you haven't seen the episode, go check it out. It's called Grodd Friended Me, episode 13. This is season 6. I'm watching Stranger Things, but you're live. So I came on live at 10 o'clock. I don't intend on being long. I get a lot of questions. Probably no more than 45 minutes, maybe an hour. Just going to talk about those 2 episodes. Also, I was going to talk about, have y'all heard the rumor that Henry Cavill may be the next Wolverine? There are talks that in Captain Marvel 2, Henry Cavill is talking about being the next Wolverine. There are even some pictures out there with him with the claws on. I don't know whether that's superimposed or something that he actually did for shits and giggles, but I could see him in the brown Wolverine mask. I could see him being Wolverine. Now, if he becomes Wolverine, how would that affect him as coming back and do a Superman a Man of Steel 2 movie? It's very, very perplexing. Don't know what that is. Yeah, I know people say he need a short man, but Hugh Jackman wasn't short. Hugh Jackman was like 6'1", 6'2". Just where the camera angles made him a little bit shorter. I think Henry Cavill may be the same height, if not taller, than Hugh Jackman, and I think he can pull it off. Don't necessarily care about. Look it up. Hugh Jackman was like 6'1", 6'2". In fact, I'll tell you how tall he was. How tall is Hugh Jackman? How tall is Hugh Jackman? Hugh Jackman is 6'2", and he pulled off Wolverine. So too small, that's baloney. Depends on the actor. Nobody cares about Wolverine being short. We're not trying to be that comic book accurate. If you thought Wolverine was awesome, then guess what? For all those years that you follow Wolverine, he was 6'2". Let's see. How tall is Henry Cavill? How tall is Henry Cavill? Oh, Henry Cavill is 6'1". So Hugh Jackman is an inch taller than Henry Cavill, than Hugh Jackman. So there you have it. Not going to be comic book accurate. I know Wolverine is a runt in comic book, but it ain't going to happen. Hugh Jackman killed Wolverine. Everybody thought that he was born for that role, and he was 6'2". Guess what? Henry Cavill is 6'1", an inch shorter. So I'm all for Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill. Hugh Jackman should have done the Hunchback to make him shorter. Well, he didn't do it. They're considering the dude from Harry Potter. He can pull it off. Which dude? There were several dudes in Harry Potter. I know y'all saying 5'6", 5'3", and should be shorter, but I respectfully disagree. Hugh Jackman was the perfect Wolverine. He was 6'2". He pulled it off for years. Nobody even says it. Daniel Radcliffe, the guy that played Harry Potter, no. That is not a good choice. I do not approve that message. No. I hope that stays a rumor. I don't think he had the acting chops. You don't have the look or the ferocity. You need to watch The Witcher. Those of you who haven't watched watch The Witcher and see how Henry Cavill plays in that. He has a voice. He has a growl. And I remember him saying in Justice League, do you bleed? When he asked Batman, go back and look at that one part. You won't let me live. You won't let me die. Do you bleed? What? That right there is classic Wolverine. So go back and look at that one part. And go watch Witcher. Henry Cavill already has a body. He does not need to go out and work anymore. He has a look. Just picture him with that brown mask on that Wolverine wears and those brown gloves. I see it all day. I just hope that it won't cost us a Man of Steel 2, because it might be kind of hard filming Wolverine and then Man of Steel 2 if DC gets their head out of their butts and calls Mr. Cavill back. Daniel Radcliffe maybe 5'3", but I don't think he's a good fit for Wolverine. I just don't agree. Dave Q, you agree on what? I'm not doubting that he's a great actor. I'm not doubting that Daniel Radcliffe is a great actor. I've only seen him and followed him in Harry Potter. Anything else I haven't seen him. So, I don't know. Nope, he's not buff. Daniel Radcliffe would have to live in the gym for quite some time and eat a lot of protein to get the muscle mass and the muscle look, the definition to be a Wolverine. His frame right now, as I remember it and as I can see it, right now at his current state, he would not make a good looking Wolverine. His body would have to be computer generated. And I know that we don't want to see that. We don't want to see no CGI muscles, whatever. So, as I remember, Daniel Radcliffe in the Harry Potters, zero muscle mass that I've seen. He had to put on an incredible, in my opinion, he had to put on 30 to 40 pounds of muscle. I don't know if he could do that. I don't know if he want to do that. That's a total different lifestyle change, a total different body change. So I don't know. People want Carl Urban as Wolverine. I can kind of see him, the guy that played Judge Dredd. I can see him, but he had to put on some more muscle because when he was filming The Boys, I didn't see the muscle mass. So we'd have to see. I have doubts about Patterson too. Everyone's saying, I did too when I first initially heard it, but seeing him in that suit, I'm digging that suit. I'm digging the motorcycle. I think he may be able to pull it off. I think he may be able to pull off year one Batman. I don't know yet. We have to see, but I'm very interested in seeing the first trailer. The trailer is going to tell the tale. I forgot that CGI is whatever to make the actor short. Yeah, I mean, you remember that, Bo. No one complained about Wolverine's height. And like I said, he's 6'2". So I don't think that height thing is an issue. He needs to have the martial arts skill. I agree. I don't know if any Cavill has that background in martial arts, but the background of what I see him, the fight style he did in The Witcher, I could see that being translated to Wolverine. Very aggressive, very animalistic. So I can see that happening. How many hours have you left for Mars? Man, I don't know. I've been running my computer where I work at. I'm just hitting the playlist and just going over and over and over, bro. It's a grind. Now I can tell you, I'm trying to get those 4,000 hours. Last time I looked, I think I had about 1,500. So, you know, I hope they get an unknown actor play Wolverine, give them a chance. That could be good or bad. I think if you're trying to reboot, you might need somebody that name recognition. The artists, the casual fan will recognize the name and give it more chance because of that character's acting ability or likability. So I'm kind of torn with that. If it was, if they're trying to do a reboot, they might want somebody well established, somebody well known to help make sure to give that reboot some extra oomph. Because if it's not good and it's done bad, then that maybe that actor's one only chance to star in something like that, and then it goes down the tube, and sometimes that kind of reflects their opportunity to get chances and do something else because of one bad movie. So if it's a reboot, I say get somebody with a good, powerful name or recognizable name. If maybe not a reboot, then I agree with you. Maybe a new person can come in there and bring some fresh blood, fresh new ideas, fresh acting, or at least passable martial arts capability. Yep. I think the guy that plays Scott Adkins, I think he'd be a perfect Wolverine. He has the martial arts background. He has the look when he's like Boyka on Undisputed. I think he would be an awesome Wolverine. And I think he's short too. Let's see how tall Scott Adkins is. Since those of you are talking about short being short, how tall is Scott Adkins? Scott Adkins is 5'10". So that would be more to y'all that are thinking that he needs to be shorter. If you don't know who Scott Adkins is, check out Hercules, the one starring the guy, not the one starring The Rock, but the one that's starring the guy from Twilight that plays Hercules. He's the evil king on there, and he does a good job. Very, very skilled fighter. Also, if you haven't watched the Undisputed series, watch Undisputed 2 through 4. 2, 3, and I think 4 is called Boyka. The actor that plays Boyka is Scott Adkins. He is a protege of Van Damme. So check him out. He can definitely play Wolverine. I think there was some kind of tape for floating out there where he tried to act like Batman. He could be a killer Batman. Not sure about Bruce Wayne. Don't know if he has enough acting chops to do Bruce Wayne. But Batman, if Scott Adkins could be Batman, he would be a kick-ass Batman. I'm telling you. Check him out on those movies I'm telling you. Coach Gabe said, I thought he played a good Superman. I kind of want him to stay DC. I mean, I do too, but sometimes you get a strike while the iron's hot. I think he's trying to make the most of all of his opportunities. I don't blame him. If he become Wolverine, I will support him. If he definitely does, and Man of Steel 2, I'm definitely going to support him. Like I said, if you haven't watched The Witcher, you need to watch The Witcher. And that will show you, in my opinion, that he could definitely be Wolverine. That is not bad. What is not bad? You Let Thrive. He directed The Goodfellas, The Irishman, Casino, Taxi Driver, Wolf of Wall Street. I would love Scott Adkins to play as Wolverine. Scott Adkins directed The Goodfellas, The Irishman. I don't believe it. I would love to see A Falco movie written by Martin Scorsese. Okay, yeah, Martin Scorsese. Excuse me, he directed all those. Yes, I agree with you. But yeah, Scott Atkins would definitely be good as Wolverine, in my opinion. Imagine The Rock. No, I don't know if The Rock be good Wolverine. The Rock probably like 6'4", 260 pounds. I mean, he got the muscle, man. I don't know. I just can't see him with that hair and that beard and sideburns. I don't know. I can't picture The Rock in it. It'd be hard. It'd be hard. I just think he's too big for Wolverine. He probably could pull off. Well, he's gonna pull off Black Adam. You wait and see. I think DC gonna have a different hands with Black Adam. Not sure when it's coming out, but The Rock is gonna kill it in there. He has that look. Who do I think should play Rogue? I don't know. I don't have any idea. Maybe somebody that's sexy, because in the combos, Rose has always been sexy, and she's always been from like Louisiana, Cajun, a little sexy Southern accent. So I'm not sure who would be a good role. I don't want the record Wolverine is like that. Like what if? He probably could do it. I don't know how it would be. It would be very one dimensional. I don't know. I don't. I'm just not feeling that for whatever reason. Did you hear that Palpatine is officially a clone? No, I haven't heard anything about that. I'm not. I can play Sabertooth. He'd probably be more suitable for Sabertooth. Sabertooth in the comic books is like 6 something and a gigantic tower of a man. So yeah, I can see The Rock, but Sabertooth is real smart. I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna play the bad guy. I can see more Sabertooth versus being the Wolverine. How do you feel about the High Republic area? Don't know anything about it. I keep hearing that. Don't know anything about it, bro. How do you feel about the High Republic area? I've heard little things about Nindroid, but I really don't know anything about it. The Rock is Hulk, man. No. Can't see that either. I've heard that David Quintana. He's no space Thanos. Jason Momoa as Sabertooth. That would work. Yep. That would definitely work. Damenicion Scott says, I thought the guy from the first X-Men movie was a good Sabertooth. I can't remember his name. I know he was some kind of wrestler, if I'm not mistaken. But he was all right. Just dropping in to give you a like and some support. Thank you, Rosette Allen. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. I'm not hearing them too long because I am battling a cold. Probably some you can tell how I sound. I don't sound my usual self. I'm telling you, this took some Theraflu, and it's got me feeling quite drowsy. Did not think it would hit me this fast, but I'm feeling good and drowsy. You down in Florida? You traveling? I heard you say you're going on the road. Gonna be gone for a minute from your hubby. Make sure you stay safe, man. There's a lot of cuckoos out there, man, doing crazy stuff. So make sure you stay safe. If you're not staying with family, man, make sure you're staying well-lit places. You go to your car, make sure your keys are ready to go, or you hit your button, you're ready to get in there and lock the door. Just be safe. You're traveling by yourself, if you are. If not, you're with friends and family, then have a good time. I thought they released him from Aquaman and more though. I don't think they can stop each other as long as the shooting requirements. I don't think that they have any some kind of non-compete contract. I think as long as it's not interfering with their actual reshoots or shooting, that they can work for both teams. Rated R Wolverine team up with Sabertooth movie. Rated R sounds good, but I don't see Disney doing that anytime soon. There are talks about a rated R division, which would be smart in my opinion, because then you have the kids' money and also the adults' money. But I don't foresee Disney doing a rated R. I would be very, very surprised. Rosita Allen said, yeah. Yeah, but I'm a meaner in R. I'm hanging with geeks and gamers. Okay, good deal. Have a good time. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. Samuel Jackson, Chris Rock is in the new Saw movie. Are you ready to watch it? I saw Chris Rock, didn't see Samuel Jones. I was into Saw about, I think, Saw 2 or Saw 3, but then I kind of lost interest. Depends on word of mouth. If enough people come back and tell me that movie is a good movie, or if the right one or two people come back and tell me that's a good movie, I need to go catch it, then I probably watch it. But if not, then I probably wait till it comes on demand or something at my house on my TV that I can pull up, pay $4 or $5, and go ahead and watch it. Okay, Rosetta, thank you. I appreciate the support. Be safe. Have a good trip. DQ says bye, Rosetta. Yep, exactly. Gents, if you don't have any more questions, I am going to wrap this up. Like I said, I just really want to come on here and talk about the show, The Flash, Black Lightning. Those shows are awesome. If you're not watching them, please do watch them. Episode 13, Season 6 of The Flash was Grodd Friended Me. It was a very, very interesting and awesome episode. I enjoyed it thoroughly. We're going to watch it again. Also, if you're not watching, if you have Disney Plus, go ahead and check out Season 7, Episode 1 and 2 of the Clone Wars. I just watched Season 2 of Episode 7, and I'm telling you, there's a group of clones that call themselves the Bad Batch. I got my eyes on them, trying to figure out where they come from, who they're working for, but the Bad Batch is on point. They got one muscle-bound guy, got one sharpshooter, the Sarge, he's kind of like versatile, and then the other guy, he's like a computer genius and geek. So, man, it's called the Bad Batch. There are 4 clones. I don't know who they're working for now. Right now, they're working for the good guys, Jedi, trying to help them retrieve some information, but I don't know. Keep my eyes on them. Do you recommend any Flash episodes besides this one this season? The Crisis episodes and this one are the best 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, however far you want to go. Flash this season, I think his enemy was Bloodworks, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm hearing that the second half the season in the Speedster is going to be Godspeed. He's supposed to be like quadruply faster in comparison to the Flash, but we shall see. A little earlier screening from Godzilla versus King Kong are positive. I'm not a fan of Godzilla. I am a fan of King Kong, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm good. CWDC shows there. A sleeper. I watch Stargirl. I'm considering watching Invisible Man. Like I said, it looks pretty good, and I'm hearing good stuff from it. So I might check it out. But fellas, thanks again for joining me. If you're the first time subscribing to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get 1,500 before Father's Day, which is I think the 3rd weekend in June. Also, I'm asking you to please hit the notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload in the future. And please hit the subscribe button. And please leave me comments because whatever comments you leave, I will definitely read. I will respond back to you. And also, if you want to hear anything in the future, please let me know. And I will try to definitely bring in some content about that particular subject. Thanks again for all that you do, for your support. I appreciate it. It's much needed. Thanks. Later. Peace.